cave. We're here with She's Green. I'll just have you guys kind of say what instrument you play, what you do in the band, and if you could be any cryptid, what would you be?
My name is Teddy. I play the bass, and I think this counts as a cryptid, but I'm a big fan of the hoop snake.
My name's Rains, play guitar, and I don't think Zofia and I know what a cryptid is, to be honest with you guys.
Like a Bigfoot.
Yeah, like Loch Ness Monster.
Does Slenderman count?
Yeah.
I'm going with Slenderman. I don't know.
I'm Zofia. Nice to meet you. Fair.
I'll take it. Fair.
Okay.
Really tough. I think I'd be some sort of tree. I don't know if there's like a tree.
Kevin, I play the drums, and I really don't know. There's a lot of cryptids out there. There's the chupacabra, I like that guy. There's the there's the devil, as you mentioned, I like that guy. Maybe just like some type of like werewolf, just like a normal werewolf. Yeah.
Cool. So when you guys are on the road, who usually gets aux? And what's like been on rotation lately for you guys?
Honestly, like we like get in our own little zones, and we have the occasional like jam in the car where we're all jamming out together. But I mean, we're still like far away from each other. Well, I mean, not really, but it is a big band. It is a big band, and like we have a lot of stuff in the back, and so I think like the sound gets kind of messed up. I don't know, so we're just a headphone band.
I have to make an amendment though that the other night after our LA show, Zof went to bed early and the four boys went out on a boys trip, and we listened to a lot of Frank Zappa. So big. That's been
Yeah, that's a good.
It's been a lot.
Yeah. Teddy was playing some ambient music in the early morning when we were driving. That was really fun. It was really nice. I was playing Beach Boys on the way here from Lake Tahoe.
Nice.
I don't know if anyone liked it.
We love Blixen. We bump them a lot.
That new
You
single.
guys have toured all around the U.S. and in Europe as well, and a lot of places outside of the country. Do you have any like tour memories that really stand out, and also just any like food spots you guys have gone to that are like your favorites?
I feel like
There's one answer.
There's this mall in Guangzhou, China. The like fourth floor's got the best Chinese food. We've had Sichuan food. That was big in China. The UK, that was a bit unfortunate in terms of food. Can't lie.
There were,
Yeah, it was
though.
tough.
So, I mean, I do think that there were a couple of heaters in the UK. There was some genuinely good food I remember eating, but there was also a few times that made me understand why the memes exist.
fish and chips.
That being said, the fish and chips were on point, really on point, especially in Dunbar, Scotland. We didn't play there, but we went there. It was great.
You guys mentioned J.R.R. Tolkien, Hayao Miyazaki are just as much equal to you guys in influence as bands like Cockatoo Twins and Slow Dive. What are some of you guys' favorite books, anime, TV shows, movies that you guys are watching right now?
I really like when Marnie was there. That one is so emotional and raw. All the Lovers in the Night by my girlfriend in her book Breasts and Eggs. And she's just like speaks a lot on the woman, like a woman's perspective, and it's a very like train of thought. And I think that's very beautiful. That's kind of how I write too. It's just like what comes to mind.
I really love Ursula Le Guin's Earthsea Cycle. It's about a bunch of wizards
Did you
that
ever read
like
that?
sail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
I thought you said
I haven't read the whole thing. I'll be honest. It's been really good so far. Me and Kevin really like Skyrim. Teddy too.
Go.
What are you? Kevin's always is a big reader too. What are you reading?
I don't know. I read like the random books that are like at my family's house, like a lot of like Stephen King. Right now I'm reading The Color Purple by Alice Walker, which is a phenomenal read, but it's incredibly sad also, so it's hard. You can do like a little bit at a time, I feel like. Otherwise, yeah, I don't like watch anything. I feel Like, I just played like games, played like Skyrim. Played a lot of Stardew.
What's your favorite quest line in Skyrim?
DLC or OG?
No, DLC included.
Oh, favorite.
As long as it's not the beacon one.
Yeah, Meridian's
Okay, okay.
But the sword is pretty cool.
But I think people put a little. Okay, I think people hate on the beacon questline a little bit too much. I do agree that it's annoying when you accidentally pick up some random thing and then you hear another on But yes, the dungeon is a little annoying, but the boss fight smacks.
That is true.
The boss fight is fun as hell, in my opinion. But favorite questline has got to be Dragonborn
Ooh,
DLC.
okay.
I don't remember the name of it, but it's when you go into Markarth for the first time, and you do the Daedric quest that you end up with the mace of Molech Ball. Just because I've made
Is that the one where you have to get a
sick mace?
You guys have a very distinct like visual identity with your music videos, and they kind of feel like short films in their own ways. And it also just, they all go along perfectly with the songs that they accompany. And I just wanted to ask, like, what goes into the videos and how involved are you all in that process?
Yeah, I feel like as a kid, like I used to want to make movies. I feel like we all kind of wanted to just make some movies.
That's
like,
true.
We all love just like making skits and cracking jokes and stuff. But like telling stories, it's always been super central to us in our creative processes. And I think film is just like such a visceral way to do that, and it works really well when we can just record a song and also we get to have fun just making a music video. And yeah, I think it's something that we want to keep doing because we genuinely just love that process of kind of coming up with like a story to go with our songs.
Or even not necessarily a story, just like create a scene and like kind of sort of what's going on in our heads, like where we're at and how we perceive the song. I think that's been really fun to like try to translate that into like a video.
The metal video is incredible too.
Yeah,
like the one you guys just did.
Jackson Whittington.
Definitely gotta shout out a lot of
Yeah.
people in Minneapolis too.
Yeah, shout out to Feels Like 95 and shout out to our homies as well, Monroe and Isaac.
There you go.
I think you're gonna like the next music videos that come out.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect, because the next question is for you and Liam. So you guys both worked at Radio K together.
Shout out to Radio K,
Yeah.
Real College Radio. But
Mhm.
as well, don't want to let this slide under the rug. This guy also did college radio too at WSUM in Madison.
I guess for all three of you guys, what was your guys' college radio name and what kind of vibes did you guys have on there?
I was DJ Tedward. Yeah. And I did a bunch of different shows. I was morning show host at one point. I did some kind of more like more back end production as well. And I had a few variety shows. I did like unofficial specialty shows. Like I'd had one called Tinnitus Tuesday where I just played like punk and noise rock and shit. But it was dope because it was such a great conduit to find so much like new music that was releasing from so many artists that I never heard of, and a lot of which then like that's how I first ever found out about Black Midi, which became one of my GOAT bands like of the 2010s and early 2020s.
My show was called The Switchboard. I just like would pick like, oh, this is French music from 1967 this week or something. It was fun.
It would be a really disappointing answer, but I didn't even DJ.
DJ Lee.
I was just a videographer and I would film the bands.
I wanted to ask you guys like how like DIY kind of shaped your band and shaped you musically and coming up in like your local scene and how that brought you together as a band and helped you find each other and also a community around music as well.
Like on the weekends, we'd always go to shows. At one point, like we were just overhearing each other making our own tunes, and we would jam a bunch of people in the house. We're gonna get together and like try to make this into a live thing, just because like that was such a part of our routines.
Yeah, I mean it was always there, and it really just like made it feel like anything was possible. I feel like we just really saw how much fun it was to be in a band, and we just wanted to try it out. So
Yeah, it was always just so much fun every time we went. So many cool people in the scene were inspiring to us.
Some of my earliest memories, like even before like really getting to know a lot of these guys, I do remember seeing them around a ton of the same shows I was going to. The scene of like house shows and backyard shows in Minneapolis, I feel like, and St. Paul and the surrounding area, was a great way for us and all the bands we knew and all the bands that we've been in before and stuff to like get a good like repertoire going of like skills for like playing a live show in like a really welcoming environment that was not necessarily, probably lower stakes than like most like venue shows, where it's just very open and like you get good at like loading in, setting up all your stuff, running merch, all that sort of stuff. And the well of inspiration is still like overflowing to this day. There's like bands that play to basements of 20 people that I wish could be playing arenas of like 20,000. And before I keep waffling, just know that like your scene, wherever the listener is listening from, has stuff like that going on too. So get tapped in. You'll find some stuff that will change your life.
So for all of you guys, do you guys believe in ghosts? If so, do you guys have any ghost stories you'd like to tell?
I think you said, do you believe in God? I was like, this is a sick interview.
Crazy.
I think I do believe in ghosts. One, because of some like personal experiences, but mostly from like when I was little. You know, there's always that little seedling of doubt that maybe that was your childlike imagination. But I've since had a lot of stories told to me by my immediate family and my extended family about very similar weird stuff. For example, like my grandparents live in this town in northern Minnesota called Hibbing, which has been a mining town for like hundreds of years. Of course, mining hundreds of years ago was a dangerous business. And there's like been ghost hunters stuff filmed in like the high school up there, the Greyhound Bus Museum. But like at my home, I remember being young and my dad was out of town and I was waiting for him to come back home from this business trip. Because normally he would like come and like say goodnight to me when he got home. And I woke up and I thought like he was there because there was this big figure in the doorway, but it was like taller than the door. And like it had a hat on. My dad never wears a hat. So I was like, Dad? And then it just kind of like faded from view. And I was like, okay, that was weird. And then my mom told me she had a very similar thing happen with a woman in a dress that looked at her from the corner of her room.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
No. I'm just kidding, they're probably real.
I feel like I go like in and out of that because like I've had so many experiences as well. Like, but part of me is like, is my mental health just going back? Like, am I in psychosis? Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I don't know. Maybe it was something, maybe it wasn't. But yeah, so I'm just kind of like all over the place with that, to be honest. One of my like close friends, like she would always talk about how like her family comes from a line of witches, and like there was one time I was like at the movie theater and I like thought I heard something, so I got really scared. But you know, when you're like coming out of the movie and like no one's in the theater, so you're just like every little noise you're kind of tweaking. But after that, I went to school and she was like, oh my God, something is latched to you. And I was so scared. I was like, what? She's like, this is so bad. I need to run home and go get the sage. And like, that was just a core memory.
I definitely believe in like I feel like there might be lingering energies like after you pass. The one experience I had like the week my grandfather passed, he gave me like, I guess I had like kind of inherited his sailor's lantern, and it was just randomly started flickering, like and it lasted for a few minutes. I don't know. That was it. Maybe it could have just been the DC. But
I think Zof said it very well. I don't know. Maybe. I haven't really, like, I'm not sure. Maybe they're out there, maybe they're not. I think like the only experience that I can really speak on is like after my grandma passed, I got just like a fan from her house, and I brought it over to where I was living at the time, and my roommate had cats, and one cat was like a huge fan of me. He would like hang out in my room all the time, and I brought the fan in there, and he was just not rocking with that. I don't know why. That was like the one item that like there were so many things coming and going in that house all the time that I kind of didn't care about. Like I brought the fan in, and it was like weeks before. Maybe there was a spirit on the fan.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But he was no longer a fan.
And we just have one more question for you guys, and is there anything you're working on currently? You just put out, of course, Metal, your single.
Yes.
Is there more new music on the way? What are you guys excited for the band?
There is new music coming, and yeah, it's definitely a batch of songs we're really proud of. Like, that's all finished and recorded, and we're just excited for it to come out. And we're currently just writing more music.
I'm serious though, these next music videos I'm so stoked on. Super, super stoked on.
Yeah, there's a song in there that we all kind of agree is like our favorite so far. So it has yet to come out.
All right, well, that's all we have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for
Much love,
taking
y'all.
the time, and yeah.